This is Beth Goring, and I am your Kinesiology 198 instructor, and this is our syllabus orientation. And so if you look up there, you'll see my name is Professor Beth Goring, and then my office is in GA 70, and my phone number is 510-215-4966. I have office hours, but they're by arrangement, so if you need to meet with me, you're going to have to email me first, and I will definitely make time and meet you at your convenience. My schedule changes every week, and that's why I don't have exact permanent office hours. My email that I prefer that you use is bgoring@contracosta.edu. I can respond to you much quicker if you use this particular email as opposed to using the one inside Desire to Learn. Some important dates that you need to be aware of are the last day to add is the 9th of March. The first day to drop is the 1st, which is the first day of class. The last day to drop with no W is the 17th of March. The last day to drop with a W is the 5th of May. And then the most important is the last day to drop with a refund, and that's on March 14th. We're going to be using desiretolearn.4cd.edu. Once you go to this website, you'll log in using your WebAdvisor Insight Portal username and password. If you have any problems logging in using your WebAdvisor password, then you'll want to go ahead and click on this link right here, and it'll take you to an information page to help you, or you can call up District IT, and they will also help clear anything up that's giving you problems. The course description for this class, I won't bother to read it, but we're going to be talking about care and prevention of athletic injuries. Some of the main objectives of this class include understanding and knowledge gain in athletic training principles. Also, we're going to learn a lot about skeletal muscular anatomy as it relates specifically to athletic injuries. And we'll also look at the ability to recognize and treat some common injuries. We're going to do some conceptual knowledge gain in terms of taping, wrapping, padding of injuries of athletes. You can see this is the content breakdown, 25, 25, 25, 25. The book we're going to be using is Principles of Athletic Training by Prentice. It's a McGraw-Hill book. It's a 15th edition, and it is like 29 chapters long, and it's a huge book, and it may be very expensive. I am going to have 2 different copies of it in the library for you to use. You'll have to use them while you're in the library. But if you have an older edition, or if you have access to an older edition of this particular book, I'm sure it will be fine because musculoskeletal things don't change, and some of the injuries, or majority of the injuries, are very common treatment methods. Alright, down here you'll see that we have what you're going to be evaluated on. So 40% of your grade is going to be based on your chapter exams, and I think there are approximately 12 chapter exams. 20% of your grade is based on written assignments and class discussions, as well as a discussion board posts. Another 20% of your grade is on the final chapter test exam, and then 20% will be on demonstration of conceptual framework for wrapping, massage, and equipment usage. Here's our reading schedule. So for the first week, you're responsible for chapters 1 through 3. As you can see up here, there's no exam though. I just want to give you a real quick orientation to what athletic training is all about, what kind of people go into the field, what kind of healthcare provider you become or can become, what kind of organizations you can belong to, and then what are some legal and insurance issues about them. And then you can see right here next to March 8th, it says discussion. That means that for this particular week, these 2 chapters that we're responsible for, we're just going to have a discussion about them, but you won't have an exam. Down here you'll see week 3, March 15th, on and off the field, acute care, there's a quiz for both of those chapters. So what I try to do then is to tell you exactly which chapters you're going to have quizzes on, and then which sections you're just going to have discussions about. Because again, there's 29 chapters. That's just way too many chapters to try to get through. So try to break it down a little bit. You are going to be responsible for completing a research paper, and it's due April 22nd by 11:59 p.m. and you'll submit it into the D2L Dropbox. And the instructions on how to do that are in the other video titled "How Our Course is Set Up" in Desire to Learn. You can see down here that the 13th week is our last week, and that's the week of May 23rd. And that week there's 3 different chapters that you're responsible for and that we'll have discussions on. Our grading policy, it goes by traditional percentages. 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, 70 to 79% is a C, 60 to 69% is a D, and then below 60% is an F. Now, it's important that once we start the class on March 1st, that you go in and immediately watch this particular video and take the syllabus quiz. That lets me know that you're definitely interested in completing the class. If you haven't completed the syllabus quiz or any other coursework before March 16th, then you will be dropped, because I'm going to assume that you're not interested in participating in the class. And I chose March 16th because up here at the top, March 17th is the last day to drop without a W. But the problem is March 14th is the last day to drop for a refund. So make sure if you're not going to participate, you drop before the 14th, because I won't drop you until the 16th. Alright, back down here. You're responsible to complete a research project. And research project, you're going to choose any topic of interest to you about care and prevention of athletic injuries. So the topic could be about some kind of knee injury. So it could be an ACL tear or a PCL tear or a collateral ligament tear or a meniscus tear. So it could have anything to do with knees or knee surgery or knee replacement. It could have something to do with the shoulder or elbow. It's like any injury that somebody could possibly get. It could be about concussions. Any type of athletic sporting injury that somebody could get, you could actually choose to write your research paper about that topic. Once you choose your topic, you'll find a minimum of 3 sources. And the best sources to use are the .gov or the .edu. So either government sites or educational websites. Those are the best. And you can use your textbook, you can use journal articles, you can use a newspaper. What you should not use, though, are .org, because those sites are bought and paid for by the company who's putting information on there, and so it could be biased and it could be faulty. So please use good sources. Once you found a minimum of 3 sources, and you can use more, and that's fine, and it's sometimes kind of hard to write a 7-page paper using only 3 sources, but I do want you to have a minimum of 3. Once you've found your 3 sources, you want to summarize and analyze the information and then compile it into a 5 to 7-page paper about your topic. The title page does not count as part of your 5 to 7, and your works cited does not count as part of your 5 to 7. You are responsible for having works cited page at the end, or bibliography, and every source in your bibliography or works cited page must show up and be introduced in text. And everybody you talk about in text, every author, every source must be in your works cited. So make sure it's better to use like Noodles tools through the library to make sure that you can do your research, the works cited page correctly. I don't care what referencing style you use. You can use Tiburon, Chicago, MLA, APA, AAA. I don't care. Whatever style you're comfortable with, I'm more than happy to to let you use that. When you turn your research paper in, you're going to turn it into the D2L Dropbox. Once you turn it in, it automatically goes through a process called Turn-It-In analysis. And what it does is it reviews your paper to see if you cited things correctly and if you have plagiarized or if you taken too much of a quote from a source and just plopped it into your paper. And what's going to happen is it's going to analyze it, and then it's going to give you a score. It takes maybe 24 to 48 hours to come up with your score. And once it comes up with a score, you'll get it. And so the idea is the lower the score, the better. The lower the percentage, the better. So if your overall percentage is 10, 15, 20%, that's really good. That's really good. Even 30% is okay. Now, there's problems when it's 50, 60, 70, 90%. That means that basically you plagiarized that paper, you didn't cite it correctly, and that paper is already on the internet. So, if you get a high Turn-It-In score percentage, then just go ahead and rework your paper and fix it, and then resubmit it again. And I'll be more than happy to grade just the last one that you turned in that you fixed. When you're writing your paper, if you could please save it in a rich text format and send it that way. That way any computer can open up a rich text format. If you have a Mac and you're using Pages, a lot of times my computers can't open up Pages, and my computers can't open up a WPS file. So if you send me a file type that my computer can't open up, then I can't possibly grade it. So I'll just have to send you an email saying, can you please resave this in some other format so I can open it. I can open doc, X files, doc files, PDFs, and then the rich text formats. So those are the only ones. But again, rich text format are really good because any computer program can open them. And you really should get in the habit of using those. Of course, cheating and plagiarism is unacceptable. If you have any disabilities, I am more than willing to accommodate you if you could just get the paperwork from the DSPS office and you can have it scanned and emailed to me, and I would be more than happy to accommodate you in any way possible. We have campus-wide tutoring services. I just want you to know, and please feel free to use them. It's free, and they can really help you with your paper and editing and helping with other ways too. On the website, in how our course is set up, I just want to remind you that we have NetTutor, and that's 24/7 supposedly, where if you click on it, it'll take you to a tutor that will help you with the information. And then there's also Chat with a Librarian. And so if you click on that, then if you have any questions about references or sources for your research paper, you'll actually be able to chat with a librarian on that. All right. If you have any questions, email me. And otherwise, please log in to the quiz and complete the quiz.